Alexander Volkanovski didn't just defend his title at UFC 325, guys. He reminded the entire division what championship control actually looks like. And this is why experience beats momentum most often the time. What's going on, everybody? This is Shiraz. Welcome back to Duality 7X. I'm going to do a little breakdown of UFC 325, guys. Alexander Volkanovski's absolutely beautiful, dominant masterclass performance and defense over Diego Lopes to retain his world title. And guys, what that means for the featherweight division, why this fight matters, more than the scorecards suggest. And what an unbelievable treat, guys. What an unbelievable treat. But before I get into it, guys, you guys know the drill. I'm your host. I'm Shiraz. Please smash the like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss a beat. Now, Alexander Volkanovski, he delivered such a beautiful masterclass performance. I can't. It's one of those things where. It's one of those events where I kind of expected what I knew was going to happen, but I didn't really. I mean, because I remember the first fight between Diego Lopes and Volkanovski and how incredible and chaotic that was. I was like, sometimes, follow-up fights, sometimes they do or they don't hit their mark, but this one, I had a feeling this was going to be pure energy, pure chaos. In fact, I have to admit, I did give the edge to Diego Lopes this time because I thought, he's going to come back for revenge. He's going to end up probably beating Alexander Volkanovski, and I was wrong. And that's not to undermine Volkanovski's talents. I think he's an absolutely incredible fighter. In fact, he got a lot of kudos from Islam Makhachev, who went on social media to say that he is the greatest fighter. Like those are some huge compliments, guys. And when you have somebody like Makhachev talking about that, about another guy, another fighter, I mean, wow, man, those are some serious compliments. And that just tells you to the effect that Volkanovski has, not only in the sport of MMA and in the organization that he fights in the UFC, but that's a testament to his career, his skill sets, everything that he's been able to accomplish. And wow, I mean, what a beautiful masterclass he performed for us, guys. Yesterday, it was such a treat watching him fight, and all that went down, guys. All of that went down in Sydney, Australia. What a better, no better setting, guys. I mean, to fight in Australia, wow. And guys, look, all three judges scored the bout decisively, 49-46, 49-46, 50-45. And when they announced that, you could see Lopez's face, and he was like, "What?" Anyways, guys, they all judged it in unanimous favor for Volkanovski, once again proving that he remains the standard, the best in his class at 145 pounds. Guys, this is a statement win. It was also a very strategic, calculated dismantling of a very super elite fighter in Diego Lopes. I really believe in Lopes. I think he's such a tremendous athlete. And look, from the opening round, guys, Volkanovski, he set the tempo. He controlled the narrative. He controlled the momentum. He started kind of getting in there with his footwork and just very tactful, strikes, just kind of feeling things out a little bit, but being very, very meticulous about his moves, right? And he was very cautious as well, too. There were moments where Diego Lopes almost felt like he was gonna do something explosive, because he had Volkanovski a couple times in some weird predicaments, but Volkanovski's experience just got him out of those situations super quick, each and every time, right? In the second round, Volkanovski, he started to open up a little bit. He started to threaten some, early submissions. He kind of even jumped into kind of a guillotine. And then Lopes was able to, he managed to slip out of that. And then he almost secured a rear naked choke, guys, late in the round. But I mean, it wasn't desperation. It wasn't desperation. It was a lot of forward pressure, very constant forward pressure that was making it really hard for Diego Lopes to contend with. And I think that's where he kind of struggled with, because Volkanovski was just on him. So, but round three, I mean, the there was a lot of chaos, guys. Both fighters landed some serious heavy right hands. Volkanovski stunned Lopes, with some beautiful, clean double right shots. And then Lopes answered with a beautiful, sharp counter, guys, that almost dropped the champion to his knee. And it was a moment of danger. But Volkanovski responded, and that's how champions normally do. He adjusted, and he adjusted quickly. He had to recalculate what was going on. And then the final 2 rounds, Volkanovski returned to his super precision way of doing things. He remained composed. He was calm. He was tactful. And he controlled the difference. And he refused to give Lopes the opportunity to exchange where he wanted to, because they would start and then he would find a way to kind of ease out of it. And it was just starting to, you could tell Lopes was kind of getting frustrated. I mean, it was purely methodical, guys. It was absolutely efficient and beautiful masterclass of fighting. And honestly, afterwards, Volkanovski acknowledged the fact that, Lopes did make some serious improvements, since their last meeting, their last fight. But he made one thing super clear, that adjustments only matter if you can keep up with that pressure. So I think, Volkanovski did what he wanted to do. I think Lopes needs to work a little bit more with understanding how to contend with that forward pressure, and knowing how to maybe take advantage of the moments a little bit sooner. So what a talented fighter! Both of these guys are such talented fighters, guys. Honestly, it was incredible. The win for Volkanovski actually tied him with Jose Aldo for the most title fights, I believe, in UFC featherweight history. That's an unbelievable milestone to achieve. What an accreditation to receive, and that literally cements Volkanovski's legacy in his weight class and in the UFC forever. I truly feel that, guys. And doing it at home, in front of your home crowd, there's no better feeling, I'm sure. After falling short in Perth, against Makhachev, this was his moment to rebound, right, guys? And to do it again at home, I think there's no better feeling. So it wasn't just a title defense, but it was a reaffirmation, right, as so to speak. So anyways, guys, this fight was purely about control. It was about range. It was about timing. And it just seemed like Volkanovski had the edge when it came to those exchanges between him and Lopes, and especially when it came to grappling as well too. Volkanovski showed that even at 37, guys, his fight IQ, his preparation, the things that he needed to do to prepare his body and his mind to go into this fight, his way to be able to adapt to change, and to be able to adapt to change on, at sudden notice, that speaks volumes, taking on people who are younger than him, fighters who are younger than him, who have a lot of momentum, a lot of power. He was able to show that experience definitely can pave the way in many cases. And it's a reminder, guys, honestly, this fight is a reminder to the entire division, right? And maybe even the promotion as well, to the UFC, that, you don't want to overlook a champion because of his age, right? And I'm not saying people were highlighting that, because again, a lot of these talented champions, guys, are all in that same age bracket. Look at Justin Gaethje. He just took out Paddy Pimblett, a rising UFC star, younger than him. And Justin Gaethje is also at 37, 38 years old. Terrence Bud Crawford, when he beat Canelo Alvarez, was 38 years old. Alex Pereira, when he took on Magomedov, he won in the first round. And he also won, I think, around the age of 38, right? Neil Magny. I can go on and on, guys. But anyways, the co-main event was just as crazy, guys. Featured Benoit Saint Denis, who has been having an incredible His last few fights have just been nothing but entertaining, and he continued his surge, taking out Dan Hooker in the second round via TKO, via brutal ground and pound. I mean, I believe that gives Saint Denis 4 wins now in a row, and wow, unbelievable! I saw when I saw his fight in UFC Paris, I was like, wow, this guy is something special, man. And I know like he was getting up there. A lot of people were talking about him, but yeah, he's definitely, his name is being circulated amongst most conversations that surround his division, and it was absolutely beautiful to see this guy fight. Unfortunately for Dan, this is his second loss in a row. He lost in a one-sided affair to Arman Sarukian in UFC Qatar, and there were moments where you saw Dan kind of coming out, but it didn't look like he could match up power or speed with Benoit Saint Denis. And then you had Mauricio Rufy. He made a statement lightweight win against Rafael Fiziev. That was a beautiful fight too, guys. It was a thunderous, beautiful, like smashing right hand, guys, en route to a second round TKO. I mean, Rufy, man, is the man. I mean, and then you had Taliesin Teixeira and Tai Tuivasa. Teixeira won via unanimous decision after a very punishing third round, in a bloody heavyweight war against Tuivasa. I think a lot of people are calling for Tuivasa to quit. He just looked gassed. It didn't look like he had the energy. But even Teixeira looked like he was gassed too. Did you see both of these guys like in the latter rounds? They're just like, I mean, especially Tuivasa. He couldn't even land a punch. He'd land a punch and then he'd just grab onto Teixeira and just kind of hang off of him, trying to catch his breath, trying to regroup, trying to get some energy back. I mean, the lactic acid must have swelled up in his arms, his legs, to the point he couldn't even move, right? And but yeah, I mean, that was a brutal fight, guys. Yeah, and then you had Sal Khalid. He opened up the main card with authority, guys. I mean, I don't know if you've seen that, Killian taking on Mularkey. Man, guys, and he won. He won in the first round. 3 minutes and 2 seconds into the first round via rear naked choke. So beautiful. That secured Salakid's position, I believe, in the promotion, where he's going to start getting some big fights, because that's his fourth win in a row. So anyways, overall, it was a really good card. Also, Mikhailov took on Elliott. He won by rear naked choke. So yeah, overall good card, guys. But look, if I've got anything to say, Volkanovski proved anything at UFC 325. It's that championship reigns don't fade. They just continue to evolve and grow, right? So let me know where you think this win ranks in his legacy, and who you think he should be fighting next. I mean, if you guys enjoyed this breakdown, please make sure to smash a like and subscribe, hit the notifications so you never miss a beat. And guys, I look forward to catching you guys, of course, on the next video. Wow, Volkanovski shutting the door on Diego Lopes, UFC 325. Beautiful. Can't wait for the next one. Pleasure was all mine, guys. I look forward to catching you guys later. Cheers.